Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We are discussing second year mathematics. Today we will discuss 5.1. This chapter is about differentiation of vector functions. In this, we will discuss differentiation of vector functions. So the first question we have, find the domain for the following vector functions. So we have the question part 1. F of t is equal to 2t unit I minus 3t j plus t minus k. So this I, j and k, they are unit vectors. They are unit vectors. Unit vectors. This is unit vector in x direction. This is unit vector in y direction. And this is unit vector in z direction. So we have this question, f of t, we can write f of t as 2t I minus 3t j and plus 1 divided by t k. So this is defined for all values of t. This is also defined for all values of t, and this is not defined for t is equal to 0. So the domain of this one is equal to set of all the real numbers minus 0. Set of all real numbers minus 0. So this is the domain of this one. Next question. Part B of question number 1. F of t is equal to 1 minus t unit vector I plus under root t j and minus t minus 2 minus 1 and k. So for this, f of t is equal to 1 minus t unit vector I plus under root t j and minus 1 divided by t minus 2. So the domain of this is defined for all values of t, and here t cannot be negative, and here we have t minus 2 should not be equal to 0, which implies that t cannot be equal to 2. So the domain of this is t is greater than 0 and t cannot be equal to 2. And question number C part. C part of this question, we have the question f of t is equal to sine of t unit vector I plus cos of t j plus tan of t k. So for this is defined for all values of t. This is also defined for all values of t, and this we know that tan of theta is equal to sine of theta divided by cos of theta. And when this cos of theta is equal to 0, so this will become undefined. When this is equal to 0, this is undefined. We know that cos of theta is equal to 0 for theta is equal to pi by 2 or the multiple of pi by 2. So we can write at 2n plus 1 divided by pi by 2. So for these values, cos of theta is equal to 0 and this will become undefined. We know that cos of theta is equal to 0 for pi by 2, for 3 pi by 2, for 5 pi by 2, and up 7 pi by 2 up to so on. So this is undefined when theta is equal, when t is equal to 2 pi plus 1 divided by under root, so odd multiples of pi by 2. For odd multiples of pi by 2, this is undefined. So set of all real numbers minus set of all real numbers minus 2n minus 1 pi by 2. So next question. Question number 1, part D. So this is f of t. F of t is equal to cos of t I minus cot of t j plus cosecant t k. So this is equal to cot and cosecant. We know that cosecant t is equal to 1 divided by sine of t, and we know that when sine of t is equal to 0, then this will become undefined. This will become undefined, and we know that for sine is theta is equal to 0 when t is equal to pi. So for n pi, the function is undefined. The function is undefined. So set of all real numbers, domain is equal to set of all real numbers minus n pi. This is excluded. Okay. So now we will discuss question number 2. Question number 2, we have question number 2, part number 1. F of t is equal to 2t I minus 5j plus t square k, and we have g of t is equal to 1 minus t I and plus 1 divided by t k, and h is equal to h of t is equal to sine of t I plus e power e power t and j. Now he is asking about 2ft minus 3j. So we will find this one, 2f of t minus 3g of t. We have to find this one, part A. Now how we can find this one? And the second part is 3f of t plus 4g of t is equal to unknown, and the third part is g of t dot h of t is unknown, and d part is f of t into h of t is equal to unknown. So we will solve all these parts. So the first part of this question is 2f of t minus 3g of t. First of all, multiply this with 2. So this will become 4ti minus 10j plus 2t square k, and minus 3 of t. 3 of t will become 3 of g of t. So this will become 3 into I minus ti, and this will become plus 3 divided by t k. Now this will become f of t minus 3g of t will become 4ti minus 10j plus 2t square k. So this will become minus 3 into I 1 plus t I minus, this will become 3 t k. Now in this we add only I with I, and we only add k with k. Okay, so this will become 4 plus 4 t minus 3 into 1 minus t, and this will become I, and this we have no j, no other j, minus 10 j, and add this with this one, so this will become plus 2t square minus 3 divided by t k. So this is our answer. You may also simplify this as 4 of t minus 3 plus 3 of t I minus 10 of j. You can also simplify this one as t 2t cube minus 3 k, and this will become uh, t minus 3 I minus 10 j plus 2t cube minus 3 divided by t k. So this is the our answer. So now we will discuss part second. Part second is similar to this one. Part second is just similar to this one. You have to multiply f with 3 and g with 4 and then add these two. Okay, now we will find dot product. You have studied this in physics of first year. So this is called dot product g of t dot h of t. So this will become g of t 1 minus t into I and plus 1 divided by t. This is k dot and dot, this will become h of t. H of t is sine of t I plus e power t j. So in dot product you have to know that I dot I is equal to 1, j dot j is equal to 1, k dot k is equal to 1, and I dot j is equal to 0, I dot k is equal to 0, and I dot okay, I dot j is equal to 0, I dot k is equal to 0, and you have to know that I dot j is equal to j dot I. Okay, so this is now I dot I is equal to 1, so 1 minus t dot sine of t. I dot I is equal to 1. So this will become this one, and this multiply by this I dot I is equal to 1, I dot I is equal to 1, and this I dot j is equal to 0, and k dot j is equal to also 0. So this is our answer. 1 minus t sine of t is our answer of g of t dot h of t. So this is our final answer. Now we will find part D of this question. D part of this question, f of t into h of t. For f of t is equal to 2ti minus 5j plus t square k, and h of t is equal to sine of t I plus et j. So for this, f of t into h of t will become so this will become I, j and k. I, j and k. Now here you write 2 of t minus 5 and t square. Here you write sine of t I j e of t, and this is 0. Now expand by first row. First row, this and this. So this will become minus 5 t square e of t and 0 minus j. So this will become 2t t square sine of t and 0, and plus k, so this will become 2t minus 5 sine of t e power t. So this will become I into minus 5 into 0 0, and minus 5 into 0 0, minus t square e of t minus j, so this will become 0, and t square sine of t plus k, so this will become 2t et, and minus minus plus sine t, so this will become minus t square e of t in I minus j minus sorry minus minus t square sine of t j plus 2t et plus 5 sine of t into k. So this is our cross product. In this way you take the cross product of the vectors. Now we will discuss question number 3. Here we will discuss question number 3. Evaluate the limits of the following functions. So limit t approaches to 1, 3 of t I plus e 2t j, and plus sine of pi t k. Simply apply the limits. Simply put the limit. This will become 3 into 1, 3i e 2 power 1 e power 2 j, and this will become 1 put the sine of pi k, and we know the sine of pi is equal to 0, 3i plus e power 2 j. So this is our answer. So part B of this one, is limit t approaches to 1, and t cube minus 1 t minus 1 I, and plus t square minus 3t plus 2 t square plus t minus 2 j, and plus t square plus 1 e power t minus 1 k. T square plus 1 t square plus 1 into e power t minus 1. So we will solve this question. So first of all, you can write it as limit t approaches to 0. When we put direct limit here, so this will become 0 undefined. So for this we have to factorize the numerator a cube minus b cube formula, a minus b into a square plus a into b plus b square divided by t minus 1 plus, so we have to factorize this one, 2 into 1, so t square minus 2t minus t plus 2, so we will also factorize this 2 into 1, so t square plus 2t plus minus 1 minus 2, and this is simply like this one, t square plus 1 into e t minus 1 k. So this will become this is cancelled with this one, and limit t approaches to 0, so this will become t square plus t plus 1 into I, sorry, here is I, and here you can write it as j, and this will become plus t common, t minus 2 minus 1, t minus 2, and here t plus 2 minus 1, t plus 2, j plus t square plus 1 into e power t minus 1, this is k. So this will become limit t approaches to 0, so this will become t square plus t plus 1 into I plus t minus 1 into t minus 2, and denominator t minus 1 into t plus 2 j, and plus t square plus 1 into e power t minus 1 k. So simplify this, putting limits t is equal to 0, this 0 0 0, this is 1, okay, so this is cancelled with this one, and this will become by putting limits, so this will become 0 plus 1 I, and plus, so 0 minus 2, so this will become minus 2 0 plus 2, and this will become plus 2 j, and here this will become 0 plus 1 1 into e power 0 minus 1 k. So this will become I minus j plus 1 divided by e k. So this is our answer. Now we will discuss next part of the question. Question number 3, part number C, part C of, so this will become limit t approaches to 0, sine of t divided by t, and plus 1 minus cos of t divided by t j, and plus e power 1 minus t 1 minus t into k. So now we will solve this question. We know that limit x approaches to 0, sine of x divided by x is equal to 1. So we remember this one. So we have to simplify this one by multiplying this with 1 plus cos of t and dividing by 1 plus cos of t. Now this is applying limits on this one. Limit t approaches to 0, sine of t divided by ti, so this will become 1 into I, so this will become I, okay, so this is equal to this one, and now we apply this on limit on this one. Limit t approaches to 0, 1 minus cos of t divided by t into j. When we apply direct limit in this one, so this will become undefined, so we multiply by 1 minus cos of t divided by t into 1 plus cos of t divided by 1 plus cos of t. So this will become 1 square a minus b into a plus b. So this will become a square minus b square, and this will become t into 1 plus cos of t. So this will become 1 minus cos square t, and this will become t 1 plus cos of t. So this will become 1 minus cos square t is equal to sin square t. Sin square t divided by t, sin square t divided by t, 1 minus cos of t. Now apply limits. By applying limit, you will get limit t approaches to 0, t approaches to 0, sine of t divided by t. So this will become sine of t divided by t and sine of t divided by 1 minus cos of t. So apply limits on both of these. Limit t approaches to 0. So this will become 1 dot 1 dot. So applying this 0, this will become 0, 1 minus uh, 1 minus we will see this question here, how he can solve this one. So we have mistake here. So this is plus 1, sorry, this is plus 1, sorry, this is plus 1. So by applying limits on this one to this will become cos of 0. Cos of 0 is equal to 1. So this is cos of 0 is equal to 1. So this is plus. Okay, so this will become 0 divided by 2 is equal to 0. Now apply limits on this one. We will get e power 1 minus 1 k, and e power sorry, this is 0, so e power 1 k. So we have the answer of this expression. This is equal to 1 plus 0 plus e k. So this is the answer, 1 plus e power k. So this will become I plus e power k. So this is our final answer. Now we will discuss next part of the question. Next part of the question we will discuss. So the next part of the question is d part sine of 2t, limit sine of 2t divided by 2 of t I, and limit t approaches to 0, and plus natural log of 4 plus t j. So by applying these limits to this one, so this will become limit t approaches to 0 sine of 2t divided by 2t plus limit t approaches to 0 natural log of 4 plus t j. So applying limit, we know that limit x approaches to 0 sine of x divided by x is equal to 1. So this will become 1. So this will become 1, and this will become natural log of 4 plus 0 natural log of 4j. So this will become I plus natural log of 4j. So this is our final answer. Now we will discuss question number 4. Question number 4, we have question number 4, test for the continuity of the following expression for all values of t. So f of t is equal to ti plus 3j minus 1 minus tk. So this is continue for all values of t. Continuous for all values of t. Now second part, g of t is equal to ti minus t minus 1k. So we can write it as ti minus, so we can write it as 1 divided by t k. So this is continuous for all values of t except t is equal to 0. Continuous for all t except t is equal to 0. So this is not continue for t is equal to 0, and remaining all values, for all values it is continuous. Similarly, we can see the third part of this one. Third part of this one is f of t is equal to e power t 1 plus 1 I plus t minus 1 j plus 3k. Now we can write it as part C of question 4, part C, e power t I plus 1 divided by t j plus 3k. So this is continuous for all values of t except t is equal to 0. So this is continuous for all values of t except t is equal to 0. Similarly, we have d part, g of t is equal to ti plus under root t j divided by under root t square plus 1. So we can this is continuous for all values of t except t cannot be key when t is less than 0. So the function is not continuous, because we get the imaginary numbers. Okay, so for when t square my plus 1 is equal to 0, the function is also discontinuous. So this is t. So this is when this is equal to 0, the function is also discontinuous. So t common, t plus 1, when t is equal to 0 and t is equal to minus 1, the function is also discontinuous. For t is equal to 0 and t is less than or equal to 0, the function is discontinuous. So for t is less than or equal to 0, the function is discontinuous, and for all other values the function is continuous. Now we will discuss exercise 5.2. Now we will discuss exercise 5.2. So this is our 5.2 exercise. Here he is asking about find the vector derivative of the following functions. So this is very simple to take the derivative of the vector functions. So first question we have here is equal to f of t is equal to f of t is equal to t I plus t square j plus t plus t cube k. So simply taking derivative of this one, you will get f prime of t. The derivative of this is equal to 1 and derivative of this is equal to 2t, and derivative of this one is 1 plus 2t. 1 plus 2t. So this is our final answer. So second part of this one is B part, s I plus s square j plus s square k plus 2s square I plus minus sj plus 3k. First of all, we have to add these questions. f of s is equal to si, this one, and this one. First of all, we have to add these two. So this will become s plus 2s square I plus s square minus sj plus s square plus 3 into k. So by taking the derivative of this one, f prime of s is equal to, this will become 1 plus 2s I, this will become 2s minus 1j, and this will become 2s plus 0. So this is our final answer. Similarly, the next part of this one is f of theta. This is part 1, this is part B, and this is part C. F of theta is equal to cos of theta into I cos of theta into I, and cos of theta into I plus tan of theta j plus 3k. Simply multiply this with this one, so this will become cos theta I, and this is equal to sin theta. Cos theta is cancelled with cos theta, so this will become sin theta j plus 3 cos theta k. So this will become, by taking derivative of this one, f prime of theta. The derivative of cos of theta is minus sin theta I plus this derivative of this sin theta is cos theta j, and this derivative minus 3 sin theta k. So this is our final answer. Now we will discuss question number 2. Question number 2 of this one is question number 2. Find the second order derivative, of this one. So f of t is equal to t square I plus 3t cube j minus 8 square k. Simply is f prime of t is equal to 2ti plus 9t square j minus 16t So by taking second derivative of this one, f double prime of t will become 2 plus 9t and minus 16k. So this is the second derivative of this one. Now the second part of this one is, this is first part, and now we will solve second part of this one. Second part of this one is 3 plus s square into I f of s is equal to, this is B part of question number 2, minus s plus 1 whole square j plus 3s4k. Now take the derivative, first derivative, f prime of s is equal to 0 plus 2s I minus, so this will become 1 plus 1, 1 plus 0 j plus 12s cube k. So this will become 2si minus j plus 12s cube k. By taking second derivative of this one, you will get f double prime of s is equal to 2 minus, so this will become 0 j 0 j 0 j plus, so this will become 36 s square k. So this will become 2i plus 36 s square k. So this is our second derivative. Similarly, you can solve this question and this question also. Now part C of question 2, part C, f of x is equal to natural log of x I plus x square k. So this will become by taking first derivative, f prime of x is equal to 1 over x I plus 2x k. Now by taking second derivative, f double prime of x is equal to minus 1 into x minus 2 I plus 2 k, and this will become minus 1 divided by x square I plus 2 k. So this is our final answer. Now we will discuss next part is f of theta. F of theta is equal to sine square theta I minus cos square theta j. So f of prime of theta is equal to 2 sine theta I, 2 sine theta I dot sine theta derivative cos of theta I, and minus, so this will become 2 cos theta dot minus sine theta j. So this is equal to f prime of theta is equal to 2 sine theta cos theta I minus 2 cos theta sine theta j. So this will become 2 sine theta cos theta and 2 cos theta sine theta. Now we will take again derivative of this one. By taking derivative of this one, we use product rule. So f double prime of theta is equal to 2 into first into derivative of second, and plus second into derivative of first. Now minus 2, this will become, also apply product rule here, first into derivative of second, and this here, this we have I first into derivative of second plus second into derivative of first. Derivative of first is minus sine theta. So this is j. So this will become 2 into sine square theta plus cos square theta I, and this will become plus 2 cos square theta minus sine square theta j. So this is our answer. So you can also write it as 2 minus 2 sine square theta plus cos square theta I plus 2 cos square theta minus 2 sine square theta into j. So this is our double derivative of f of theta. I will discuss next question. Here is the next question. Here is our next question. Differentiate the following scalar functions. First of all, you have to take the scalar product of the vectors and then differentiate these vectors. F of question 3, part A. F of x is equal to xi plus x plus 1 into j and dot 2 of x I minus 3 x square j. Simply take cross product of this one. So this multiply with this, we know that I dot I is equal to 1 and I dot j is equal to 0, I dot k is equal to 0, and similarly j dot j is equal to 1 and k dot k is equal to 1. So we take this, so this will become x into 2x, this will become x 2x square, I dot I is equal to 1, and this multiply with this will become 0, I dot j is equal to 0, this multiply with this will also equal to 0, and this will become minus 3 into x square x plus 1, j dot j is equal to 1. So this will become 2x square minus 3x cube minus 3x square. So this will become minus x square minus 3x cube. So this is our f of x. Now we take the derivative of this one. F prime of x is equal to minus 2x minus 9x square. So this is our answer. Now we will differentiate the next question. Now so we have the question f of g of x, question number 3 part number b. Question number 3 part number b is equal to this one, sine of x I minus 2x j plus cos of x k. So this is the magnitude of this vector. So this will become g of x is equal to under root sine x square minus 4x square and plus this one plus cos square x. So this will become sine square plus cos square is equal to 1, and this will become 1 plus 4x square under the root. So this is our g of x. Now taking derivative of this one, g prime of x is equal to 1 divided by 2 under root 1 plus 4x square plus 8x. So this is our final answer. So this will become 4x divided by 1 plus 4x square. So this is our answer. Now we will discuss question number 4. Find the particle's velocity, acceleration, speed and direction of motion for the indicated value of t when the position vector of the particles in the space at t is r of t. So r of t is given. R of t is equal to t I plus t square j plus 2t k at t is equal to 1. So first of all we have to find the speed. Speed is equal to speed. When we differentiate r of t with t, you will get the speed. Okay, so r prime of t is equal to i plus 2 t j plus 2 k. So this is the speed. Put t is equal to 1. T is equal to 1. R prime of 1 is equal to I plus 2 j plus 2 k. So this is the speed at t is equal to 1. For acceleration, we have to find the double derivative of f double prime. F double prime of t will become so this will become 0 plus 2j plus this also become 0. So this is equal to 2j. So this is our acceleration. This is our acceleration. Okay, this is our speed or velocity. Okay, similarly you can find this one and you can also solve this one.